There's no way in the world, dude. I probably get an assault charge if somebody running my finances accidentally thought I was worth $30 million and I'm not even worth 100,000. Like, bruh.
Breaking news, Ilhan Omar's husband's wine company has been legally dissolved. You are looking at the state of California certificate of cancellation for Est Crew. That is the wine company owned in part by Tim Wynette, the Minnesota Congresswoman's spouse. Now, why would Wynette and his business partner dissolve their wine business? But Tom Homan says, stay tuned.
The whole file is being reviewed. A lot of smart people are on it. Stay tuned.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever Googled your own name? Do it sometimes. You'll be shocked at how much of your private information is out there. Your address, your phone number, even your family details. And here's the crazy part. Data brokers and random websites are selling your information without your consent. That's where Incogni comes in. Incogni tracks down and removes your personal data from hundreds of data broker sites, the ones that collect, sell, and repost your information for profit. And now with Incogni's custom data removal, you can maximize your online privacy. That means if you find your personal information on any site, you could just send Incogni the link and their privacy experts will handle the rest. And it's that simple. Remember, a VPN protects your data going out, but Incogni removes what's already out there. They can't harm you if they can't find you. And this isn't some shady privacy gimmick. Incogni's custom data removal process was verified by Deloitte, proving they actually get results. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code Tatum and get 60% off of an annual plan at incogni.com/Tatum. That's incogni.com/Tatum. Protect your privacy today. Let's go to Ilhan Omar. That dumb stew head wrap, blanket head, a nappy scalp, dry elbow, sorry, slew-footed, big toe having, gangrene smelling. I mean, how this woman is still in Congress, like, the fact she hate America is enough for me. But look at the winery stuff she did. Bro, you gotta go to jail over this. Roll the clip.
Breaking news, Ilhan Omar's husband's wine company has been legally dissolved. You are looking at the state of California certificate of cancellation for Est Crew. That is the wine company owned in part by Tim Wynette, the Minnesota Congresswoman's spouse. Now, why would Wynette and his business partner dissolve their wine business, especially in light of this fact? The Wall Street Journal writing, quote, a 2025 email between Omar's husband and his accountant states that the venture capital management firm is valued at $7.9 million and the winery at $1.5 million. He owns roughly a third of both businesses, according to tax documents included with the lawyer's letter. But why was the winery valued so high in the first place? According to the New York Post, Est Crew had all kinds of problems. By 2023, winemakers said they were not being paid, and investors sued. And Est Crew had only $650 by 2024. Now, overall, the Post says Est Crew only sold a handful of wines between 2020 and 2023. Now, look at this. Among the wines sold by Omar's husband was this beautifully labeled Malbec. You see a devious-looking woman. There's a red devil over her right shoulder. Interestingly, the Malbec is called, quote, the devil's lie. What a name. Est Crew also sold a Cabernet Sauvignon called Blockchain, a red blend called Overt, described in reviews as flimsy and tart. But Omar's husband's wine venture appears to have come to an end. And a supposed end to, quote, the devil's lie Malbec comes just days after we learned that Ilhan Omar accidentally thought she was a multimillionaire. Funny how that happens. Remember this from last week? Omar amended her financial disclosure form, which once showed her husband's businesses valued between $6 million and $30 million, blaming an accounting error. And Omar now values his businesses between $18,000 and $95,000, a change that came after her finances came under investigation. But Tom Homan says, stay tuned.
The whole file is being reviewed. A lot of smart people are on it. Stay tuned.
Now, go back to that graphic. Don't look past how drastic this is. Now, you have to do a financial disclosure, which I'm assuming that you tell what your net worth is. It's not like they calculate it and they make an assumption. Like, you have to disclose what you think roughly your net worth is. Why would she put $6 to $30 million on a company that wasn't even worth none of that, and her husband only owned 3%? That to me tells me that they had endeavors to do crazy fraud. That means that what they were doing, and this is just my opinion, I don't have any evidence of it, but my opinion is they wanted to brief or put out a smaller number than the fraud that they were getting ready to do. So it'll keep you down here at 6 to 30 million, and they trying to do a couple $100 million fraud. So you say, oh, it's only 6 to 30 million. And then when it come to find out that it's worth $200-300 million and they doing some fraud, they disclose 30 million. So to keep you right here, focus on this number. There's no way in the world, dude. I probably get an assault charge if somebody running my finances accidentally thought I was worth $30 million and I'm not even worth 100,000. Like, bruh, if it was 15 million to 20 million, 10 to 30 million, maybe. You're talking less than $100,000 of worth, and you put 30 million on your thing. This her getting caught in the hallway looking stupid. Roll the clip.
Hi, Congresswoman Omar. You were just talking about how Trump's economy has failed the American people, but I think the American people really want to know how you went from a negative 65,000 before coming into Congress to over $30 million in just 7 years.
My disclosure is public now.
Yeah, it is. And so a lot of people now are looking into that and finding Est Crew Winery, a winery that doesn't actually seem to exist. Is that a real winery, or?
Do you all actually look at and read things, or do you just ask silly questions?
Well, it's listed in the financial disclosure, so can you explain it? Because we have a lot of questions about it, and things just aren't adding up. There's no real phone number. There's no real location.
Why did you want to buy some wine?
Probably not from you, to be honest. Recently stated that the American people should be afraid of the white man. They should be fearful of the white man.
I never said that.
Yeah, you're on video saying it.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. No, I did not.
Yes, you.
Again, this is like what I said. You need to prepare yourself because you can't continue embarrassing yourself like this.
So I'm just a liar.
What I was quoting was an actual study done by the FBI.
Okay,
And
thank
so
you.
Just prepare for next time.
All right, thank you, Congresswoman.
She said exactly what the young lady said she said. You know, I always try to put myself in these situations, right? Because I know the leftists come after you and they say crazy stuff to us too, and they make up lies. And I say, if somebody ran through some business deal that I did and they're walking through a hallway while I'm going somewhere to try to catch me, maybe I over communicate or something, because I felt like the questions are very easy to establish. It's like, I'm walking down the hall and you go, is the winery? Yeah, it's a real company. We didn't make any money. We lost money. It was a bad investment. We didn't do a good job. I thought I was gonna make a ton of money and I didn't. Like, how is that not a thing? I had a company, what is it called? Tatum Report, right? And we did good at first, and then I had to shut it down because it just, we had writers that we had to pay. It just wasn't yielding anything, man. It was like a charity. I didn't want to let my people go. I wanted to be loyal to them, and we were just losing money. And at some point I said, you know what? I don't have time to keep focusing on this. It's not really yielding anything. So I kind of put Tatum Report on the back burner. If somebody came to me and be like, Brandon, why did your Tatum Report did this? I'm like, no, it didn't work out, man. I thought it was going to be bigger than what it was. I'm paying people and I'm losing money. And I just backed away from it. It's really that simple. And we might bring it back because I want to reinvigorate because I don't like to fail. So I don't want that to ever be a net failure. So when I start, I'm going to try to do the writing again, maybe hire some more writers because I think it's important. But until then, what's the weirdness about just saying what happened in your business? If I was worth $30 million, I say, I'm worth $30 million, baby. This is how I'm worth $30 million. Go look at the website, look at my portfolio. I be grinding. That's why I'm worth that. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I never said that. Like when Pierce Morgan thought he got me on that thing. I didn't say that. Yeah, I did say that. And here's why I said it. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping, but like these people are clearly liars and they deceitful. And that's why they always avoid the questions like they're trying to go somewhere. Like some of that stuff is very easy to debunk. Y'all setting up, if there's nothing there, you can just say it's nothing there. I'll stop and be like, do you know how this works? Do you know how it works? Explain to me how it works. Well, then if you don't know how it works, then why you ask me? Like I push it back on them with real evidence. But anyway, I think that's all the story I want to talk about today.